Excuse me. What is up, folks? New line. Did I fix the Sonos amp? We did not. I mean, we don't have the same inductor on hand. But Tim was incredibly helpful, and in just simply looking at the data sheet of the nearest IC and finding the value of that inductor. So I've got one on order. It'll show up here, and we'll see what the real problem is once we've got that inductor replaced, because I'm not sure if that's the actual problem. I think that is about what we'll be working on here today. Let's see. All right. Got a few folks messaged. We've got ourselves a queue built up. Let's get started. First up, we've got Fox here with no power, no lights, no nothing. A couple of watts at the wall. The usual symptoms for what we usually see here. A dead diode on the amplifier. Let's get it fixed. Ooh. I've got new sticks. Say goodbye to this stick. Hello, new stick. Ooh. Actually, I might go grab my old stick. I just remembered new sticks tend to slide right back out and be a little fiddly here. We'll make it work. It's a very long stick. It's a lot longer than my last stick. Actually, sorry, I guess they're called spudgers. Some freshly found Tim's Tears. Extra salty today. Alright, let's do a little bit of maintenance first. A new set of fart filters. As the name implies, these filter unwanted DC voltage from the audio signal before it goes through the amp and into the speakers. Being ceramic capacitors, they naturally age and decay over time and become less and less effective. Whether they're being used or not, they still go bad. And they cause death farts and all sorts of bass issues, so... It happens often enough that it warrants us replacing them whenever we've got the chance, so... And now our dead diode causing the power issues. Not all of these diodes go bad, only a certain date range of them have been failing. So only a certain date range of them need replacing. But there's our 48K data diode. That certainly needs it. We get them replaced with bigger, better, newer ones that won't cause the same issues. Luke, good afternoon, good evening, good time of the day to you. Oh geez, Stefan. Someone help him. He's lost in the sauce. He's gone crazy. lack a flash drive to reinstall your Macs, and you kind of need a working Mac in order to fix another Mac most of the time, huh? Funny how they make that still work. Meatman, what is up? Glad you could make it. I'm sure you're just peeking in the middle of, you know, while you're coming up for air at work. If you want, we can fix yours. Like, we can push yours back a few pods if you're like close to getting off work. If you wanted to watch. But otherwise yours is coming up here in just another minute. Oh no, Stefan's really lost it now.
I'm having trouble connecting.
Very good, very nice. We'll set that down.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. For more info, check it.
And here we have Meatman here with what seems to be a complete lack of bass. We'll see what's the cause of that. All right. Let's get this guy saved up here. Ah, that's upside down. That would explain it. Yeah, there we go. Oh no. I'm surprised some of this still works, man. Wow. I'm just gonna replace that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That's the wrong screw. That's the wrong screw for that one, good sir. It wouldn't have broken anything though. Ooh, what kind of surprises do you have inside of here for me? How far did you go to? What's wrong with this HomePod? A lot. The primary issue we're trying to fix here is no bass. Got a few other small things it seems, but nothing that bothers me here. Is the bass speaker still good? Yes, it is. Uh-oh. Looks like you ran out of screws for that one, huh? Everything with a red dot you replaced. Alright, cool. Oh, I see it. Let's see, might replace this, when you use the wrong screws, it will poke through and put holes in this, and that will no longer seal, which this does need to seal up. But, gosh, I have so many of these. That's no sweat there. Do I believe in aliens? I certainly believe in them a lot more than I do the possibility of ghosts. Like, I don't believe in ghosts whatsoever at all. Period. And nothing anybody tells me is going to change my mind. But aliens, on the other hand, I mean, it just seems, if anything, impossible that next to impossible that the chance that there isn't something else out there. The better question would be, do you think we have ever been in contact with aliens in our history? Because I think it's almost a given that there's some sort of other life out there. The real question is have we ever at one point in anyone's or in our human history come in contact with them? Alright. So, Meatman. Looks like you got a couple of dots here. What did, So, over here, we've got, you've got the little 22 microfarad inductor and the capacitor here. Let me see if I can get a better shot of this. Okay, when you flip the board back around and you're looking at the side of the board with the 4 filters and the big bass amp chip, and then on this side here you've got the 1 capacitor, well actually the 2 capacitors over here that you replaced. My question for you is, did you replace these because any of them showed a short, or did you just replace these preemptively, or guessing that was causing the bass issue? The reason why I ask is if this brown capacitor you replaced was because it was shorted, then there's more than just this capacitor that you have to replace. I believe it should still show a short over here if that's the case, but that looks okay. Let's see. Oh, you even replaced the main amp chip. I just noticed that. You even replaced this. Frankly, I'm not going to mess with this. I think that's going to take way more time than it'll be worth for us. I'm just going to refurbish another amplifier for you here. I don't want to mess with that. Nope. You got to know when to nope, folks. Know when to nope. That's a nope. I am more than happy with charging them the exact same repair price to replace that amplifier with a refurbished one here for them. We're going to do just that. It'll make a great parts board, I'll say that. Heck yeah. If the amp chip itself was fried, ooh man, you really had your work cut out for you. Rough. And it's not even necessarily that Meatman messed it up. I don't even know if he messed it up. For all we know, the issue that he fixed, he hasn't replaced everything that was damaged yet. So he might have done a perfectly fine job replacing as much as he did, just didn't replace everything that needed yet. But all that said, with as much as they did touch, and it's still having problems, like I said, I would rather use that as a parts board and fix up another amp for him here. It sure beats them paying essentially the same price just for an amplifier board. They get shipping both ways and a 1-year warranty, and for the same price they get to watch us do it all for them. Because really, if you think about it, I sell my refurbished amp boards for $60 a piece plus shipping, which is about $9 in the US. So you're looking at, $69 to $70 just for the amplifier board for me to sell you straight to you. Or you could go for the $70 to $80 repair. If I have to replace the board, it's an $80 repair, but I do all the work for you. You get a warranty. You get a couple extra goodies like where are they? A new subwoofer gasket and any other parts on the amplifier that might be questionable and need to be replaced. Let's get these filters taken care of first here. Yeah, honestly, all in all, I didn't see any obvious reason caused by Meatman themselves that would have caused no bass issues. They probably signed themselves up for one heck of a rabbit hole trying to fix that. When the whole amp chip blows up and that whole guy's gone, that's a task. Because quite often it's not just the amp chip that died. There's a whole bunch of other stuff around that needs done too. Just doesn't usually end up being worth my trouble, at least. They could have sent that amp in without trying anything. If it had a hole in the amp chip, I would have replaced the board anyways. So, good on them for trying. They did a pretty good job. I probably would have ended up with the same result if I tried to fix that. So we'll get a good amp fixed up for them. We're going to start off with a new set of filters. We always got to do new filters. Very nice. And this board does have a 48K data diode. In all likeliness, that's probably why this board is in the parts pile, is because it stopped powering on due to this diode. Let's get that replaced. And we should have a good amp on our hands. Yeah, man, I don't know if you have successfully replaced one of those amp chips before, but it's not a great success rate for me. I really don't like doing it. I don't bother. If we had a template to sit on the board so that we could do like a layer of solder paste and then another template that held the chip, that line of the chip up. That's my two problems that I'm having with replacing those amp chips. One is tinning the pads so that they're soldered to put the replacement amp chip on, and lining it up right so that it actually connects to everything. And they don't give you any markings on the board for lining it up. You have to go completely by reference around the spacing of nearby components. It's the worst case scenario. Still, it's probably a trivial job for some try-hard out there. I'm not that guy. I got enough to try hard on. The screen on a HomePod is actually... I've got one right here that I can sacrifice for you. It's already dead. So if we pop off this diffuser layer, this is just a piece of plastic to smooth the lights out. It is simply just an array of RGB LEDs. Attached to the board with those solder pads there, and then it plugs into the main logic board with a ribbon cable. How about that? Same thing with the display on the second gen, it's just a larger array of smaller RGB LEDs. Nah, no verbose boot on the HomePods on the native display. You have to use UART and look at the serial logs to get any kind of anywhere close to that. Now, forgive me if I don't remember. Did you color this yourself? Did I do this? Did I sell you a colored HomePod? Because there was an orange power cable and this like pinkish red top. I don't remember, and I looked through our message history. It's totally escaping me. But yeah, absolutely. I can pop a white top on there for a replacement white top on there for you. You want the cable replaced too, or do you want to keep your orange power cable? All white, easy peasy. Kurt, what is up? Welcome back. I'll take that from your old display. Very nice. Alright, what have I got here? I've got I've got some free options if you don't want to pay for a replacement top. I've got actually I don't think I have any new ones. I think I used them all. Shoot. Alright, let me find the best one I got here. Here we go. Actually, that one's really nice. Where has this one been hiding this whole time? Shop Goodwill. Go to shopgoodwill.com as well. Sometimes you can get your hands on, you can auction off a hi-fi for a good deal. Say something. Come on. Talk to me.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
Yeah. All right. Up next is going to be Joshua here. We took a look at theirs a few days ago. It succeeded with a software restore, and it's been testing without a problem since then. So we're going to knock out the hardware maintenance, and then we will look at number 3709 there. how big of a deal is it if the cones are dented in? It doesn't really affect anything, it just looks ugly. But if there's holes poked in them, that's a problem. Of course, you'll want, it would be ideal if you can have the seller verify that it actually sounds okay and that the speakers aren't blown. I can't do these sticks. I found my old stick on the floor. I'm gonna use it. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Welcome back, Steffi. Tell me a fun fact about... You want a fun fact? I'm bald. No, not quite. took piano lessons, Stefan? Do you still play it, or you still mess around, or do you just kind of, you don't mess with it anymore? That is something you don't want to forget. You don't want to throw that away. I know how to play the saxophone. And, to a degree, the trumpet. My mom played the saxophone, so, of course, she strongly suggested it, that I pick up the saxophone. And I did it all through middle school and mostly through high school. And then I went into marching band. And I did saxophone for like a year in marching band. And then next year they were like, yeah, we need more trumpets, so you're going to play trumpet now. I have literally never played a brass instrument before, let alone a trumpet. But I was able to pick it up, and I mean, I played good enough to be part of the trumpets in the marching band, and there you go. I never learned how to properly play it in the sense of learning all. What's weird is I don't know how to play it beyond the finger combinations to make the sound that I want to make it sound. Like I can't read exactly the sheet music and play that on the trumpet, but I can hear by ear and then repeat it. The saxophone's different. I can read the sheet music and play it, and no big deal there. But the trumpet's weird. They just like, hey, we need more trumpets, so you're gonna learn how to play trumpet. Cool, bro. I really wanted to do the tenor saxophone, but I only got away with the alto. They didn't let me. I was too small. The darn thing was bigger than I was. Beautiful. Folks, we're going to take just a brief break here. We will be right back. Alright, we are back. We are back, and we are going to look here now at 3709 with some kind of bad bass. Let's hook it up and get that going. Up next after 3709 here is going to be number 3670. Uh-oh. That would be no bass at all. Let's see what we can do about that. Stefan, what did you like playing versus what did you not like playing? I'm very curious. Bad bass speaker. Bad. Bad. Luke, I gotta say, one of our first family PCs was a Sony Vaio. Oh man, Sony in the Vaio lineup, just they tend to have some of the coolest design language. Like, where's my? Ah, yes, I've got a little netbook, a little Sony Vaio netbook here, and it is just the coolest looking little guy. Like, you've got an articulating front camera that swivels back, if you want to point that way. You've got this nice little, like, super extendo back. Don't take my key, don't take my Windows key. They've got this amazing little battery back here to extend yourself, and it doubles as a sort of way to angle the keyboard. Gosh, man. Vaio really hit the spot back in the day. People really liked to take their poops on them, but they were some of the coolest looking stuff. One of my coworkers gave that to me. They just came up to me like, this was like, oh man, must have been 7 or 8 years ago now. They just came up to me and they were like, hey, I know you like to collect old stuff. I was gonna throw this away, do you want it? I was like, heck yeah. It also came with a memory stick. I think it's like a whole 2 megabytes, 2 or 4 megabyte memory stick, if I'm not mistaken. I don't feel like reaching back up there for it. But that, oh man, the fact that it came with a memory stick. Give me that woofer. We're gonna need it. Assuming it doesn't stink too. No, that's a good woofer. Thank you for your sacrifice. I'll be back for you later for your amplifier board. But anyways, let's get this torn apart the rest of the way and all fixed up. I can feel it. That bass speaker is roasted. I have the dark blue iBook G3 and the same color dark blue iMac G3. I really want the graphite ones. The orange ones are beautiful too. Actually, another one of my coworkers, literally this last week, they gave me, where is it? There it is. There's the iMac. Oh, you can't see that at all. There it is. I just picked that up this week. coworker was like, "Hey, I have this this iMac in storage, this G3 iMac in storage. Do you want it?" Yeah, bruh. I mean, they're not worth a whole lot, but they're still really cool looking machines, and you can set them up to run some fun software for your kid. Get them interested into computers. Yeah, that's roasted. Roasted. It doesn't smell. Oh, that's weird. Hold on now. It don't stink. It smells fine. But it's definitely cooked. And we've got a blown 10 ohm resistor on the amp there, so that's what happened. Typical DC filters gone bad, and it went for too long and roasted the subwoofer speaker. Why do I need a Mac Mini? Oh, and put it in the iMac. Try to reuse the CRT. Wouldn't be that hard. I bet you didn't get a 950. If that's the one that I'm thinking of, I bet you didn't get one of those in that pile. Make it a project. Oh boy, Stefan. I've got a list of projects. No shortage of projects, just a shortage of time and energy to do them and point the camera at it while I'm doing it. You don't know how tempting it is to do as much as I want to do without just doing it and not telling anyone. But also, I really want to share it with everyone, so I just end up not doing it. All these things I want to make videos on. We'll get there. We'll get there, don't worry. We do have a 46K data diode there. Those love to cause no power. So we'll get that replaced before it needs it. That's a roasty looking 10 ohm resistor. Let's get that replaced. That usually blows up when those filters go bad and roast a woofer. Beautiful. Whoa. I was looking for this guy. No, don't play an ad. Good grief. I pay for YouTube Premium and they're still shoving ads down my throat. There's my my YouTube music playlist for you. You can pick through that. I don't know how much of it you'll like, but there you go. What are our odds of clearing this queue? I just looked at that queue and how much we've got left. I don't know. I'd give it a 50-50. Because it is only 3 o'clock. I mean, if we rushed through them, we might be able to, I think maybe we've got a really good shot there. We probably got another 2 hours of work. I don't know if we have another 2 hours. There's no pushing it though, because we're definitely making curry for dinner tonight. And that'll take a little time. Who's next? 3670 with no power. And then Adam with no power. Alright, so we've got... Let's find them here. No lights, no power, the usual power draw from the wall. Here we go. You got an ESP controller and a light strip. You should... I mean, just mess around with it. Stick it somewhere that'll give you some fun ambient lighting. Thanks for dropping by, Luke. Hope to catch you in another one soon here. The thing is WLED can just do so much more than what Apple HomeKit supports. I don't know. It would be nice. I think you can homebridge it, right?
I'm having trouble connecting.
All right. On to Adam with no power. Who's after Adam? That's gonna be Austin. Yeah, no lights, no power. Couple of watts from the wall. Looks like the usual dead diode. Let's run it. New internship. Congrats, Nixon. Also, welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, you bet, Nixon. Repair prices for certain issues will definitely be going up here soon. Of course, as soon as I put them up, things will naturally have started slowing down anyways, but what can you do? Priority repairs has been something I've thought about. I can't help but feel icky about giving people the option to pay more to have that to cut in line. I kind of hate that principle. But I have thought of, if someone's going to pay more for something, I want them to get more out of it and not just the same thing done sooner. I was thinking of like an exchange program for a slight premium. You don't have to wait. I'll ship you a fixed, clean, ready to go HomePod, and then you use the stuff that I shipped it to you in to return your old broken one, and you'll get a refund for the core charge, essentially. Like you'll pay some amount of money for it, and when it shows up and I get your old one back, then I'll refund you based on the condition of your broken HomePod and what all it would have needed to get fixed. I think people would eat that up. Because most people, frankly, they do not care. If anything, they would love to get something better back and pay a couple bucks for it even. And to not have to wait for it, you just click, you pay, and it shows up at your door a few days later, and you're done. You don't have to wait. You don't have to watch it get fixed. It's just all said and done. And I'll offer an option if you want to pay a couple extra bucks on top of it. I'll live stream refurbishing the unit that I'll send it to you before I send it to you. Now that sounds like one heck of a setup right there. Dare I say that that would just end up making us way busier. If it's in terrible shape, I just don't refund them as much. It's that simple. You'll have the option, right? Like, if you have one that's all beat up, and you don't care to get one that's all beat up, I won't charge you a premium for a nice one when you don't care how it looks. I'll send you one that's basically equally beat up. And if they don't send it at all, I mean, it's essentially no different than me selling a refurbished HomePod with a little bit of extra profit. Don't distract me, and I think we can get through the rest of these before we run out of time. I think we got this. This will be everything that we couldn't finish yesterday, and everything that showed up today, too. I'll be really happy. I mean, I think even if my wife showed up, came home right now, I could negotiate the extra time that we would need. It's not even 4 o'clock yet. You want the driveway cam up? I won't do that. I won't do that right now. Every second counts. Every precious moment counts right here, right now. Ah! You think you got nothing more than a set of filters? We'll see about that. We'll see what Tim Cook has to say about that. It's me, Austin! Why did we decide to have a kid? Was it an accident?
I'm having trouble.
Valid question. Nah, she wasn't an accident at all. We'd been together for, like, gosh, 5 to 8 years before we decided to have our kid. I mean, I won't say we've done everything and tried everything and been everywhere, but we were kind of feeling like we wanted, I don't know, it's kind of hard to describe. Like, my wife and I both never wanted to have kids, and then we sort of just, we wanted a kid, like something to put, like, you know, it's a joint effort of love and attention into. I don't know. It's hard to describe. Very hard to describe. But by no means, she wasn't an accident. If she was an accident, she would have and could have happened a lot sooner. Now, in this day and age, accidents, man, there's enough you can do to prevent accidents like that. No, we were, we were both very much not wanting kids for quite a while. And I don't think I could pinpoint it on any particular reason what changed our minds. But it's just kind of like over time, you know, it went from hearing a kid screaming or crying in public absolutely annoying and triggering me to, you know, feeling like empathetic for him and wanting to, I don't know, it's so weird. It's so weird. May or may not happen to you. You may already want kids, you may never want kids. But, I don't know. Like, I could give you a whole bunch of reasons, like, I want a sort of legacy to carry on the name, carry on the bloodline, someone to pass all of my work on to when I you know, move on, whatever. But I don't know if you could really pin it on any one reason. Yeah, I'm 32. Sounds like our biological clock pushed for a kid. Yeah, I don't know. That's, I mean, that would and could very well be like the most reasonable explanation. But, we were, you know, I'd like to have more. You know, I'd like to own a house. I'd like to only be, you know, be able to rely on just my business and not having another job. But we both did, you know, we felt like we were ready to have a kid, and if we were gonna have a kid, we wanted to have one sooner than later before we got too old. We wanted to be able to enjoy some things with them in our youth as well. Relatively young. Yeah, what Nixon said. Nixon, you're spot on. Love it or hate it, believe it or not, it's just it's freaking in our genes, man. You can think it's icky and gross all you want, but then fine. You weren't meant to have kids. That's what your genes were. That's your evolutionary trait right there. Oh, I'm just lucky that we were able to have a kid. We're very fortunate in that she turned out all right. And between me and my wife, there was a decent chance that that kid was going to come out not not perfectly healthy or not ideal. Everyone has that chance, right? And that's one of the biggest things you worry about trying to have a kid is like, are they going to come out okay? Or are they going to be like essentially more or less a burden that you have to, as hate to see it or think about it that way, but you know, one of the reasons you have a kid is to raise them and get them out into the world, and hopefully one day they gain independence, not have a lifelong person that you basically have to take care of until you die, and then before you die you have to worry about who's going to take care of them after you die. That's a nightmare. My boss at my day job's got, I think, like 2 kids, and one of them is absolutely disabled, and it has destroyed so much of their lives, unfortunately. But they love him to death. Oh, no. It doesn't matter. At the moment that I think my kid is capable of taking one of these HomePods apart and fixing it for me, I'm gonna sit her in front of the camera and make her do it in front of all of you. I don't care if it's a year or 2 from now, or 5 or 10 years from now. I've got a couple of HomePods stashed away specifically for her, and only her. Not for me, not for my wife, not for anyone that wants to pay any amount of money. They are specifically for her. And one of them is for her to learn how to fix stuff. And as soon as she's old enough, I'm gonna drag her into it. Make her at least try one here for you folks. Even if it's 10 years later, even if these have long become deprecated and no longer really usable. I mean, in a sense, we're obligated to. We got to pay homage to what started this all. We've been fixing HomePods for longer than my kid's been alive. Of course, we got to make her fix one. Make it a simple repair? Oh, no. She's going all in. She's replacing the filters and the diode. If she's lucky. If she's unlucky, she'll end up with one that has no base and she'll have to figure out what's causing it. I won't go easy on her. She'll learn. My wife's on her way home. Oh no. That's a bit sooner than I expected. But that's okay. Like I said, I think we can haggle the time we need to finish these. Shuffle hands. Glad you could make it. Glad we could spruce up your recommendations on your YouTube page there. Sounds like the hi-fi was a hit. Shuffle hands is smart. You can't trick them like that. Nothing new yet on the giveaway. You'll just have to hang tight. I'm still waiting on HomePods to show up for parts. I went through and bought a bunch of them recently. I need the parts, but I am hoping that by this weekend I'll have something up for you folks to know what kind of giveaway we're gonna do for 3,000 subscribers. But it'll be a totally custom HomePod. Yeah, you get to pick what color you want. I'll 3D print a USB adapter and include that with it as well. So if it bricks itself, you can restore it. You don't gotta send it in to me.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. For more info, check the home app.
Make a cutout like a dev HomePod. I don't know. Making a clean result is a bit above my skill level and knowledge. Working with these kinds of materials, I feel like I'd have to try a bunch of things. Oh, nah, ah! Look at that, she's home already. I'll be right back. Alright, let's get these wrapped up here. I already made that joke, Nixon. The hi-fi is having Firewire charging is absolutely amazing. It snaps any iPod that I have right out of its hibernation. Even if its battery is totally cooked. It just turns right on. I was a believer in Firewire my entire life. It's always been the better option. It's always been faster. It's had more power. It's a more reliable connector. It's easier to just, it's just so much better in every way. Fourth gen iPod. Newer iPods won't work with it. What are you, rich? What do you have? What are you, a bunch of money to buy new iPods? Of course new iPods won't work with it. Have you tried taking them out of the box? You want to buy an iPod Hi-Fi Black for 3,000 subscribers instead of me giving a HomePod away? Alright. I'd rather do that. You guys realize that the person that's probably going to end up winning the HomePod is probably someone that's never watched our channel and probably won't watch anything after the giveaway. That's just the chances of it. In all likeliness. And there's no way to do a giveaway where you're like, oh, you have to have been subscribed for so long, there's no way for me to check that. Do a mini giveaway instead? Tell you what. Would you rather me give away 2 minis to 2 different people or 1 big HomePod to 1 person? I'll sweeten the deal. How about this? 3 HomePod minis to 3 different people, or 1 big HomePod. I won't do both. We'll do one or the other. I mean, if you were asking me, I'd say give away the big HomePod because the mini, I don't like the minis too much. They have their place. For sure they have their place. And they're impressive, absolutely, for their size. But I'll take the lesser chance of winning a big HomePod than the likelier chance of winning a mini. Even though, as Nick's Fix giving them away, I would rather you say give away the minis. I need all the big-sized HomePods I can keep. Stefan makes an excellent point. A single HomePod by itself does technically have more speakers than 3 minis. It looks like I've got I've stirred up quite the debate in the chat there, asking which one you'd rather see me give away. Is John still here with us? I kind of feel bad for making him wait through literally all the other ones. He's the last one up for today, and he was the only one in the chat with us out of all these HomePods that we fixed up. Well, anyways, let's get 3694 taken care of here, and then we'll wrap up today with John's HomePod. John is still with us. Yes, excellent. Alright, no lights, no power, a couple of watts. Let's dig in. Alright, fine. Fine. Hold on, shuffle hands before you go. The poll has been started. This will not fully dictate what we do for the giveaway, but it will heavily influence our decision. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, we recently hit 3,000 subscribers. Thank you all very much. It's kind of mind-blowing. Didn't think that many people would care about watching us do the same thing over and over again here, but we'll come up with some fun stuff to do in the near future here. In the meantime, we got plenty of these showing up every day to take care of, but nonetheless, thank you all for sticking around and subscribing. I'm going to give away something to you all. The question is, would you rather me give away 3 HomePod minis to 3 different people, or would you rather me give away 1 big HomePod to 1 person? I started a poll in the YouTube chat there. You should go and let me know what you think if you want to give your 2 cents. Seal your fate. Oh, that's funny. Oh, I didn't think you guys were gonna disagree that much about it. I'm surprised no one picked the hi-fi as the option to give away. I'm just kidding. I can't afford to ship a hi-fi across the world. I'll barely be able to afford doing it for the HomePod. That's funny. The poll is 50-50 split between. That's hilarious. Perfectly balanced as all things should be. I'm a Thanos was right kind of guy. I'm kind of surprised the Mini seems to be pulling ahead as the option that people want to see me give away. I mean, the Mini does seem like a more popular speaker from a consumer perspective. Like, it's cheaper, more people buy them, more people buy more of them. But from an opportunity perspective, it's interesting that people would still rather have the slightly larger chance of winning a Mini than the slightly lesser chance of winning the significantly better speaker. It's also important to note there's probably a total of 10 people that voted on the poll. Probably 9 to 11 people that voted on the poll. I don't think it tells me how many people voted until I end it. How is the Mini not winning? I mean, if you ask me, I think most people would of course pick the big HomePod. Because if you've got, you know, let's say we've got 100 people that enter the giveaway. How much is that going to really increase your chances if I'm giving 3 minis away versus 1 big HomePod? On the flip side, if we end up only having, I'll tell you, the last time I did a giveaway was 4 to 6 months ago, and it was for one of my USB adapters. As actually for 3 of my USB adapters, 3 or 4 of them, and I think we had about, in total, give or take, 100-ish people enter. Oh, and mind you, if it's the full-sized HomePod, it's a custom color. You get to pick whatever color you want, and I'll dye it for you. If it's the mini, you're probably going to be stuck with a black or white one. Unless I can, I love to tease you guys. All right. Are you all ready for a speed run? Y'all want to speed run this last one? Here's the deal with a speed run. I'm not going to read the chat. I'm not going to say anything. We're going to take it apart, fix it, put it together as fast as possible here. It starts as soon as I slip my Jimmy under that plastic top there. We'll see how fast we can get this done.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. For more info.
All right. That one's good. Ooh, that is quite poppy. Yes, sir, John. All right, it's 4:44 p.m. Let's go. Spot on. 42K dated diode. Let's get it back together. Ah! Yes. Time. We started at 4:44. We ended at 4:56. That's 12 minutes. Holy. Wow. Wow. I'll have to look at the replay and see exactly to the second house how fast that was, but that's a new record, I think. I feel like it was cheating since it only needed new filters, it didn't need a new diode, but I think our last record was the same story. Oh, yeah! Get 'em! Oh, I've never seen that before. I don't know, I have.
I'm having trouble connecting.
It's working just fine. It sounds better too. We got it fixed. We got it fixed, we cleared this queue, and we set a new record. Very cool, very nice. What's the poll at? So it looks like that y'all have decided that I will give away a full-sized HomePod. Not a bad choice. 13 votes. Pretty good. Folks, I hope you all enjoyed this live stream repair. I've got to get the parts together to give one of you guys a HomePod, I suppose. And I'll get that all the details for that squared away. You'll hear from me. You'll hear all about it. Don't worry, you won't miss it. And I'll give everyone plenty of time to enter before we pick a winner. But in any case, hope you all enjoyed this live stream repair. And I hope to catch